Hey everybody, John from Lucky Hat Outdoors. Today I'm going to review and set up the No Limits Kings Peak 2 technical tent. Going for around $50, this is a very budget friendly tent. It can accommodate up to 2 people, and with a vestibule on either side, it can keep all your gear out of the weather. So stay tuned and I'll break down this absolutely amazing tent for you guys. Welcome back. I've had this tent now for 3 years. I've used it 10 or 15 times, from hiking the Black Creek Trail in the Soto National Forest to paddling up and down the Tchefuncte River and around Lake Pontchartrain. I've set it up in the dark, I've set it up in windy conditions. It's always going up really easy for me. It's never given me any problems. It's really simple. It's just 8 stakes and 2 tin poles. And if you need the rain fly, just draping it over the top and staking it down tight. It weighs in at 4 pounds 12 ounces. It's 84 inches long and 50 inches wide at its widest point, easily accommodating 2 people sleeping shoulder to shoulder, with enough room to either keep your gear inside if it's really wet, or with the vestibule on either side, you can easily keep your gear out there, keep the dew off of it, keep it from getting damp. Starting from here, I really like this feature of the cinch straps on the outside of the bag. It allows you to loose roll the tent, stuff it inside the bag, and then just clip it back together and cinch it down tight, getting the air out and keeping it compressed to a small size so it doesn't take up too much space in your pack. So with that being said, how about we get out there and get it set up? So here we are in my testing area. The first thing I'm going to do is roll out my tarp and then roll the tent out on top of that. Put in my 8 stakes, 2 tin poles. As simple as that. So let's get started. This is a 10 by 10 tarp that I have folded in half. It fits almost perfectly with this tent. Stakes, tin poles, set the fly to the side. And get out the stakes. Start with the top and bottom. Then the sides. If your footprint is wider than your tent, fold it underneath, that way it doesn't catch any water. And one more stake. The rest of these will be used for the fly. Now the tent poles are lightweight aluminum. They have a good bend to them. They will snap under too much tension. These are very hard to get replaced if they are replaceable. So make sure that when you're slipping them in and putting tension on them, keep the pressure at the two ends. Try not to bend it from the middle, or they will snap and you're not going to be able to get these replaced. Slide the tent stake through the mesh sleeve into the grommet. Then repeat on the top. And there's just these two clips on either side. And it's set up. Now that we've talked about the tent all opened up, let's go ahead and get that rainfly installed. Throw it right over. Line this top seam up with that top pole. We'll use the rest of our stakes to get it staked down. One at the head. And then one at the foot. Then you can do your four corners. And there you have it. Nice open vents to allow moisture and hot air to get out if you want it to. There is a Velcro tab, you can close those up. Try to keep some of that warm air in there if it's colder. There's a lot of area in here to store your gear out of the weather. Well, I like to actually, if it's not wet, put it in the tent itself. Make sure none of the dew settles on it. Now, a lot of times what I like to do when the weather's nice, but I want to make sure the dew doesn't settle on me, is I'll find me a limb and I'll wing this out on both sides so I can get a nice cross breeze through there, but I don't worry about any moisture settling on me. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. And just like that, we're ready to go. So we'll show you the inside here in a minute, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So here we are inside, and as you can see, with 3.5 feet of headroom, plenty enough space to sit up straight, 7 feet long, laid out with plenty of room, and even some small things like a gear organizer right above you, and an accessory hook that you can hang a headlamp from, keep it illuminated in here. So all in all, super spacious on the inside, definitely be comfortable, you can almost live in here. In conclusion, I think the King's Peak 2 is the best bang for the buck out there. The features that you get out of it for the price you can get it for just can't be beat. And I'd be really hard pressed to upgrade to a new tint system before I ultimately have to. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, Jeremy from Lucky Hat Outdoors, and if you enjoyed our videos and had a good time, make sure you subscribe to our channel and check us out on Facebook and Instagram.